Hello, I'm so happy I got a hold of you. Welcome back to another exciting episode of Lucious Showcase. I am Lucious T, and welcome to the final week of Genesis Shooters Month. Yes, August had a bonus week. Damn it. Well, for this one, we went with a very traditional shooter last week. This time we're going with a very non-traditional shooter, and that is Urban Strike on the Genesis, the sequel to Jungle Strike, which was the sequel to Desert Strike. And you know the funny thing is, I actually really liked the Strike series. Desert Strike was a game I played on the Sega channel that I liked so much that I went and bought the Super Nintendo version, because back then it had to be better on Super Nintendo. And then I picked up Jungle Strike for the Super NES, although I think these games might play better on the Genesis. Is that going to hold up for the third and final game on the Genesis? Well, let's find out.
There's a lot of games out there, some of which you've never even heard of. That's where I come in. I'm Lucious T. I've been playing games since the age of 2, and I have no life. This is Retroactive.
Urban Strike, the third and final game of the Strike series on the Genesis. How does this one hold up? Well, I played the first two. I remember enjoying the first two. I didn't hear about this one. It came out, I want to say, in 94, 95. So pretty close to the N64 coming out. I also didn't really, once the new system came out, I kind of got blinders and didn't really see anything. You'll see this when I start doing more of my childhood collection videos. Like, there's a sharp drop off. Like, I want to say the last NES game I bought was 91. But anyways, this game, it's a lot of fun. Although I will say it's a little crazy how much this game seems to be psychic. One of the missions takes place in New York City, and the World Trade Center has been attacked and has a giant hole sticking in it. The main villain is a rich business mogul who has his name on towers in New York City and has a bunch of fevered, maniacal people behind him that are mad that he lost his bid at the presidency. But the game itself is a lot of fun. It's there's not really much anything different, other than there's some that I don't remember now, but it's been a while since I played, but I don't remember there being any run and gun stages, which they've added now. So the way the game works is you have a helicopter and you get certain missions. Now, I don't remember the mission briefing showing me on the map where the locations were for things. I could have swore I went through Desert Strike and I just found things at random. But anyways, the map shows you, and you have to do the missions in order. So you have missions 1 through 6, 7, or 8, or whatnot. And then as you proceed and do those missions, it opens up easier pathways to complete the later missions. So let's say I try to go up here where the military base is, I'm gonna get absolutely wrecked, versus if I do the rescue mission and then find the intel and then blow up some dam. If I go up there now, the military base is still gonna be just as powerful, but now the enemies take less hits. And you have 3 different types of attacks. You got a machine gun, you have rockets, and then you have missiles. And you got 9 missiles, you get 50 or so rockets, and then the machine gun's pretty much limit. I mean, you have 1,000 bullets, but you rarely run out of it. And you find ammo crates to replenish everything. You find fuel to replenish your fuel, because your fuel is constantly depleting, and you can run out of fuel and crash. And then you find armor crates to repair your ship. Now, there's 2 different types of ships you can control. For the most part, though, you're just in one. But you will get a large carrier ship that only has the rockets and the machine gun, but it can carry a lot more civilians. And some of the missions, like the oil rig mission, require you to use it. The first mission is a jungle mission, which is a little like the whole game. It's called Urban Strike, but you don't really get to the urbanness until mission 5. And there's only 10 missions, and once you get to level 5, there's 3 of those missions are the top-down side-scrolling where you're the commando dude. So really you have Vegas, San Francisco, and New York, and that's it. Everything else is, and the San Francisco map is covered in so much fog that it's basically like being on a desert anyway. You have a few things that pop up like the Golden Gate Bridge, but that's about it. For the most part, there's not much of anything. So the jungle mission at the beginning was actually one of the more enjoyable ones because there was scenery to look at, and it was more of a normal Strike type game. Which you can figure, they're probably like, what the hell are we gonna do? Even the New York mission is just like, what's going on here? The missions vary in difficulty. For the most part, they're pretty easy if you just continue along. You have 3 lives. You can find extra lives hidden throughout the levels, and as long as you manage your armor crates and keep yourself healed. The only level that gave me trouble was stage 5, the San Francisco one, because in that one, I couldn't find a single armor repair. But then eventually I did find one and it got better and got through the game. It's fun though. It's not very difficult at all. Not very difficult at all. There's a password system. It's a nice leisurely stroll of a game, I'd say. A lot of fun to get through. And the added bonus of these run and gun stages, while not having the greatest hit detection or the greatest anything really, it's just fun. I mean, it's fun blowing stuff out of the air. You can tell they tried to amp the graphics because when you kill things, you get that kind of Sega CD explosion effect, which I don't remember the other games having, but hey, it's just a lot of dumb fun. As far as the shooters go, it's definitely, I mean, it's more of a tank control game because you only move forward and then you turn your ship with the left or the right button and then the back button goes backwards. But you got some real nice momentum, which you can turn off the momentum too if you don't want it. But you got some real nice momentum where it just feels fluid. And I don't know if it's because I'm used to controlling games this way. It is an isometric view too, so I know some people can get put off by that sometimes. When you're coming down, you won't have full range of the view, and it's not perfect, but I'm a sucker for isometric games, as I'm finding out in my older age. As far as the rating goes, it's not the best in the series. I'd probably give it a 7.5, just because it's pretty easy. It's kind of vague at times, it's repetitive, but it's just dumb fun. So I gotta still give it a decent rating. Anyways, as far as pick it up, skip it, emulate it, I'd say pick it up. It's so cheap. Maybe 20 bucks complete still. I mean, you can find these everywhere. All the Strike games are cheap as hell. So I'd say pick up all 3 of them. But definitely pick it up. And there you have it. Urban Strike. Great game. Pick it up. It's nice when some games are still cheap enough to go and recommend and not feel like I'm having to have you guys break your bank accounts. But this one was fun. And not just this one, any of the Strike series. And even if you get it on the Super Nintendo, those are fun too. Like, it's just a shame that nothing really became of this. Like, I know they're not for everybody, but I enjoy them. So let me know what you think of Urban Strike if you've played any of the Strike series. Let me know what you thought of Genesis Shooters Month. I am working on the next theme month. So the next theme month's going to be either October or November, depending on how long it takes. And let's just say my boy Magus Trigger is going to be very happy. Alright guys, it's been so great getting a hold of you. Take care.